So you were about to say this Hinge date that you had.
So I met a girl on Hinge. We were talking, and it was cool. We were, we're conversing back and forth through the app, and like, hey, you want to text me? Text me, fine. Boom. One day she hits me up on like a Tuesday morning. She's like, hey, what you doing? I was like, nothing. I think I was sitting up emailing people like I do damn near every day. She was like, oh, you want to come by the house later? I was like, sure. And I was like, hey, like I say this in the joke. I was like, sure, just give me some brunch time, vagina. I'm game for it. So she's like, come by noon. Cool. I go to the house by noon. I'm driving. I'm happy. Hands are 10 and 2. I'm excited. Get there, call her, I let her know I'm out front. She comes to meet me in the front. We walk to the back, walk in. I look around. It's a bunch of unassembled IKEA furniture everywhere. I was like, this bitch done set me up.
Oh, no.
She was like, just have a seat. Don't worry about all that. Cool, bet. She starts telling me how the night before she had to console her best friend who had to put her dog down. I was like, that's fucked up. She's like, yeah, she was real sad. And, I stayed with her most of the night and she didn't know what to give me. And so she gave me this and I'm going to take a hit. Do you mind? She pulled out a bag of cocaine. I was like, I personally don't care. Do what you do. That's not on me. But also, it is 12 o'clock, bitch. We are in your house. Don't you have some coffee or a Red Bull you can take?
Yeah.
This is really bad decisions. She's like, don't worry about it. I'm only going to take one. All right, fine. Should have known that wasn't the case. 30 minutes later, I was looking out her window. I remember out her back window, I saw a hawk on the fence. I have never seen a hawk in real life. I am from the south side of Chicago. I have felt a hawk, never seen a hawk.
Wow.
I was like, yo, this is amazing. It's crown, wings, et cetera, et cetera. Out the peripheral, she's taking another bump. What the fuck happened to one? She's taking bumps in 30 to 45 minute intervals the whole time. So about 2:45, I was like, well, I'm not having sex nor nothing. I'm going to go home before rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm driving in traffic, angry. We go past. She hits me up the next Wednesday. Hey, what you doing? Shit, I'm at home. She's like, we should see each other. And I was like, well, should we? She's like, yeah, but how about I come over to your place? I was like, well, in my head, I'm like, well, I ain't got no cocaine here, so we good. She's like, I come up about 5. Cool. Comes over, comes up to the apartment, comes sit down, whatever, we talking. Now, a couple days prior, we had a whole bunch of rain and shit in Los Angeles. So, like, if you got allergies and stuff like that, it flares up. She sniffled a little bit. I was like, all right, maybe she got allergies. Cool. So she sniffed again. I was like, yo, do you need a Claritin? I got some Claritin for the allergies. She's like, no, I'm good. Cool. Okay. 10 minutes later, she's still sniffling. I said, yo, you okay? You got a cold? She was like, no. I was like, do you got COVID? She's like, no. I said, what the? At one point, we were actually lying in my bed and she was sniffling again. I was like, yo, what's going on with the sniffles?
Yeah.
She was like, well, I didn't want to tell you this, but remember that thing I told you my friend gave me last week? She's like, I still had a little bit of it left over, and I took a bump before I came inside, and I didn't want to tell you, excuse me, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to think I was a cokehead. I'm like, that's exactly what the fuck
That's
you are.
literally what.
Also, with the level of bump she was taking when I saw you last, that's not the same bag. You've re-upped bags. I feel like if this is a relationship, I got to mark your bags of cocaine on the tip with a felt pen like I'm a DEA agent. This is JW marking this on 7/6 at 12:15. This is her cocaine. Like, I don't try. Then she was like, well, do you want to go with me to pick up this dresser from this dude I met on OfferUp? Absolutely no.
No.
She was like, why not? I was like, because you're a white woman on random cocaine and it's how every Lifetime movie starts and I don't end up good in this. So she left. She was like, well, what do you think I should do? I was like, I think you should leave and I'm going to delete this app right in front of you. And I never downloaded it again.
Wait, but wait a minute. Did you put the thing on the app where did she put on her profile that she did hard drugs?
No.
Well, she's just a lying bitch. Because usually,
there's a thing you can put that on the profile.
Yeah, so on Hinge it has like hard drugs, yes, no, whatever it is.
Gonna open it. Yeah, I do cocaine because the day in there.
Well, they won't say cocaine, but they'll say hard drugs, and then you can decide if that's like. Because I'm not about it because I also dated somebody in the past that then did some shit because they got on cocaine, and I was like, listen, I can't deal with this.
That is like
I just don't have time to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't. There's someone who I'm talking to now. And I had to make sure I had to pull myself away because she's in the industry as well. And it would always be a flirtatious thing amongst the two of us. And then one day it was like, yo, let's just go out and just have a drink and talk. We've never had a chance to just sit and talk outside of everything. I remember she was like, well, I don't want to be around no comedy. I said, I don't either. I said, that's why I'm trying to pull you from that. So we go, we talk. hang out. We actually start to vibe. Cool. Had a little make out kissing thing afterwards. She's like, yeah, let's do this again. Cool, perfect. We see each other. We start hanging out. Then all of a sudden it's like, well, I think I'm too busy for this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa, why does that sound like something I would say? But I realized that would sound like something I would say, but I also said, yeah, I'm busy too. But to step on me saying that, I was like, also, I make time for what I want to make time for.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been that person. I can have a schedule that has me going from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, 5 to 6 days a week. I promise you, if I need to take 2-3 hours out for somebody else, I can do it with no problem. And so we would go back and forth with this. She was like, well, I don't know. That's why I think because I'm kind of trying to be busy, I don't want to deal with a relationship. I said, fine. But also realized too, I guess her last ex must have messed her up bad. Mm. That's fine. Some people carry that residual over. But also don't, when you see me, want to be up under me and all these things. Hold up on me like you want to be like this relationship type thing. But then you give this vibe off and then you texting me and calling me. I'm like, let me pull back. Because I don't want to get myself wrapped into something where I'm feeling terrible again.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, we have said this. I don't think I've said this to you guys in a while, friends. But there's a Maya Angelou quote, but it says, when someone shows you who they are,
the first time, believe them.
First time, right?
Yeah.
And often I have a theory where I go, you can find out the exact problem in your relationship, usually on your first date, but almost most likely in your first week of dating somebody. So somebody will drop a hint of wherever they're at in their life. So they'll say things like, oh, I'm really busy. And that's them telling you, I won't always be able to be there for you. But we're always like, oh, yeah, it's okay. Like I'm also busy. I'm also all these things. But it's like, no. They're hinting something at you.
I wish I would have looked at it that way.
No. And no, most of us don't, right? Most of us, I mean, I've gotten myself into so many things. And then later I was like, oh, but they told me that. And I'm just saying this to listeners so that they can identify it when they're hearing it from your story, go like, oh, that person was literally saying, I am not available. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and check out our next one. Thank you so much for watching. And please subscribe to this channel for more amazing dating, love, and relationship advice from me and so many expert guests. Follow us on socials. We're at Kinda Dating across the board. I'm Natasha Chandel, so you can find me too if you like. And join our newsletter on www.kindadating.com for lots of exclusives. See you soon.